will expand, critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
Their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world. We're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's floor. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and
spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you would present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help to strengthen their social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they are known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orcinus orca, but they're more commonly known as killer whales. Our 5 killer whales here at SeaWorld Orlando have their own individual names: Katina, Nalani, Malia, Trua, and Makayo. Now these whales trust us and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. And we're going to show you what some of that looks like here in just a minute. Now in the first segment of today's presentation, you saw 2 male killer whales, Trua and Makayo. Makayo is our youngest whale at 9 years old, and his mother is out here right now. Her name is Katina. She's here on the right. She's with Nick. Get this, she's 44 years old. Pretty incredible. Now, one of the first things we train the whales to do is to show us their tail flukes just like this. We're going to get a good look at their entire body this way, but more importantly, we have access to a blood vessel that's really close to the surface right here where Nick is pointing out on Katina. Every single month, we're going to collect a blood sample right here and get a full physical on our whales. Now, as compared to you guys, you might go to the doctor for an annual physical once a year, or your pets go to the vet once a year for that annual physical. These guys get that every single month. Now, we're always reinforcing these behaviors and our relationships with the whales by giving them tail rubs or back rubs. They have sensitive skin and they can feel all of that. They seem to really enjoy a nice massage once in a while. Another important diagnostic is weighing the whales. In one of our adjacent pools, we have a killer whale size scale. We weigh the whales every single week. They're trained to slide up on the killer whale size scale, and we can get a weight. We're going to show you what that looks like in just a minute. The girls on the left, this is our female social group. The girls on the left, Nalani is in the middle, Malia is on the far left. These 2 girls are 13 years old. Now Katina is our oldest at 44 years old. She's not our heaviest. Right now she's weighing in 5,800 pounds, but our largest is Trua, and he's weighing in at 6,100 pounds. You see that pose where they put their tail ups like that? That's how we're able to get an accurate weight. We weigh the younger whales to ensure they're growing properly and to make sure the older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry plays a critical role in the life of a baby killer whale. From the moment they are born, they learn by playing follow the leader with their mothers and other members of the social group. Now, all of our females, Katina, Nalani, and Malia, we're going to put that to the test with you guys here today. So everyone in the front row over here, and how about the second and third row, go ahead and stand up. Okay? All right, put your hands by your sides. Perfect. This signal is going to come from your feet. You're going to march in place with really high knees on 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Great job. Okay, now you're going to do it with your hands. We're going to give them some fish here in a minute. These girls eat about 120 pounds of food every single day. Next one, put both hands way above your head like this. Wave it back and forth. Go ahead. They're watching you. Keep waving. Good job. Yay! Great job! All right, go ahead and have a seat. Killer whales have great eyesight below and above the water, and they're really curious animals. Oftentimes, we'll see them doing little jumps above the surface to get a better look at their environment. Now, everybody in the audience, give these girls a big cheer when they do that jump. Okay, moving over here to the right side of the stadium, we haven't forgotten you. Megan is going to show you the hand signal to ask Nalani how to do a breach. A breach is another type of jump that killer whales will sometimes use to communicate. Communication with whales is very important. Sometimes they'll do a breach to announce their presence and say, hey, I'm here. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Now the pool up front here is 36 feet, so she's swimming down to the bottom. To get a good run, she's gonna jump up and say, hey, I'm here. All right, let's give it a big round of applause for Nalani, Maria, and Katina, and all of our audience volunteers. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has helped shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we have learned that a pregnant killer whale's gestation period is 17 months. And that's information that would be impossible to gain in the wild. Other information, however, can only be obtained through field observation. And that's why SeaWorld partners with organizations such as NOAA and the Norwegian Orca Survey to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal can be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icicles. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail flips.
Killer whales create ways to hunt, and they use their tail flips to stun prey. You're about to see a demonstration. For our whales, it's a fun activity session. But for you, it's time to get wet! In the wild, depending on where they live and the time of year, their food items can vary. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals. It's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. You're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, elusive, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
All around the
communication. All right, here at this stadium, we're going to start exiting from the top down. So we're going to have everyone in the lower bowl just remain seated. If you're in the top section, please remain seated unless you have that flag in front of your section, okay? So the top sections with the colored flags, there's Katina showing off. She's 44 years old and she actually just learned that behavior. Pretty amazing. Okay, so we started exiting the top stadium. We're gonna be sending you to different exits. We're just making sure we're not funneling too many people through the same one, okay? So remember, thank you so much for cooperating. If you do not have that colored flag in front of you, we just want you to remain seated for a second.